I got a question for you, and that is, are you tired of squeezing every last bit of juice you can out of your video? Okay. Just creating the video. Maybe you think, oh, I got to go create another one. Well, I'm going to give you a couple unconventional ways that you can repurpose your videos and things you might not think about and things that you can do to really get more exposure, more traffic, and get more leads. All right. So there's three of these that I want to give you. And these are ones that not a lot of people think about, okay? And they're actually very simple to do, especially with ChatGPT. And today, it's easier than ever to repurpose things. Whereas just a couple years ago, it used to be very, very difficult to do. You really needed a team of people. And today you have AI, which has been an incredible tool for us to be able to create content and get more out there. All right. So the very first unconventional way is to take an existing video and chop it up into mini podcast episodes. So a lot of people don't think about this, but when you create a video, let's just say it's 5 to 10 minutes long. Heck, if you're feeling crazy, you even go up to 15 minutes. You could create a podcast episode from the audio of that video. So there are many tools out there. One of my favorites, which I've mentioned before, is Descript. You can upload your video to Descript and then you can extract just the audio out of it and create a podcast episode out of it. Now, let's say you do a 15-minute video and you divide that video up into 3 sections. You could actually create 3 mini episodes for a podcast. Now, I want to share with you something about podcasts that I think is very, very powerful is that you can use these videos, but what's great about podcasts is the consumption rate on podcasts is actually incredibly high. We're talking anywhere from 60 to 90% consumption rates. And that is really, really good. Now with video on YouTube, you're typically going to see a consumption rate on your videos of anywhere from 30 to 60%, maybe somewhere in that range. But on podcasts, this is another great way to get your message out there, 60 to 90%. And I've seen some as high as 95% on my own podcast that get listened to. So if you create that video, there's so many things you can do with it. Chop it up into 3 parts. This is part of the reason I'm a big fan of listicle style videos, because if you plan it right, you can break it up into those 3 parts. You could create 3 mini episodes for your podcast on that. So that's one way that you can do it. There's a lot of podcasting platforms out there. The one that I like the best, the one that I put my podcast on, the Fearless Influencer podcast, is Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is a really great platform, fairly inexpensive, and it's something you can use to create your podcast. And it's very easy to submit your podcast to all the podcast directories. You do it right there on their site. But that is a great way for you to repurpose your videos. And that's into mini podcast episodes. Or if you just want to create one podcast episode, you can do that. All right. So let's dive into unconventional way to repurpose your videos, number 2. And the second one would be is to take the video transcript. And if you know, I'm very big on using the video transcript, and you could turn that into a lead magnet or an ebook of some sort. So the great thing is you can take that, then go into ChatGPT or some other AI tool and ask it to format that for you in a lead magnet style. So there are other tools out there also like Gamma, if you've heard of Gamma, which is more of a presentation app that it's AI and it can create like a presentation for you. You could have it create a lead magnet for you, all the design and everything. AI will do that. And then there's another one called beautiful.ai. And that is also a presentation tool, but you can feed it the content and then it will do a lot of the formatting for you. Now, of course, again, it's AI. It's not going to be perfect, but it's certainly going to look pretty amazing compared to if you had somebody else go and do it for you. So one of the great ways to repurpose video content is to create a lead magnet or some type of ebook out of it. And that's a great way to do it too. Not a lot of things that people think about, but when you go out and you're creating a video and you do a couple videos a week, you could literally start creating all kinds of different lead magnets out of the video that you created. Very unconventional. Not a lot of people think of it, but it's a great way to use it. All right. So the third unconventional way to repurpose your videos is to start a weekly email newsletter. So you could create that video, go over to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to take the transcript and create a newsletter out of all the main points. Now, depending upon how many points you have in your video, you could break that up and you could send out a couple emails a week with those tips based on your video. So this is something not a lot of people think about either, is that email newsletters are actually a really hot thing right now. There's so many email newsletters. I'm on several of them where it's more just news, but it's on a specific topic. Like I'm on a couple of them that I get daily that are all about AI. There's also some out there that kind of give me a gist of the daily news, what's going on in the world, whatever. There's plenty of newsletters out there. And these newsletters, these email newsletters have become very, very popular over the last couple of years. So you might be thinking, well, is email marketing dead? No, it's actually more alive than ever. And it's pretty incredible that you can do that with AI now to take your transcript and turn it into an email newsletter. And again, you could break that up into several parts. So these are 3 unconventional ways that people don't necessarily think about to repurpose videos. So just to recap how you can do that, the first one is to take your video, extract the audio out of it and create a podcast episode, or extract a couple different audios, splitting it up and create mini podcast episodes from that. And you could release those over a course of a week or one every week for a while. The second way is to take your video transcript and turn it into a lead magnet or ebook. That's something you can do. This is a great way to create content, to attract leads and be able to have good conversations with people and give good free value to them. And then of course, number 3, as we said, is start an email newsletter. You can have ChatGPT reformat what it is that you've created with your video transcript into an email style newsletter. And then you could start creating that newsletter and letting people know that you're going to send out weekly content and they'll be able to get it. So really cool way to do it. It works amazingly well and you'll love it. So really just think outside the box a little bit and it works really, really well. If you want some other ideas on how you can repurpose, make sure you let me know in the comments below and I'll drop a link for you where you can grab my video creation and repurposing checklist. It's a great checklist. It'll really help you. That's pretty basic, but it gives you kind of a plan where you can just start checking things off. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I created a post. I'm going to do that, do that, do that. It really works well. So if you want that, let me know in the comments below. And if you're watching this somewhere else, just look in the description or look below this video and you'll find the link. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Go out there, create videos, and then do some repurposing and go from there. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next video.